Hi everyone, this is Cindy, and I finished another Christmas journal. It's another little golden book that I've converted the spine to. It's a 2.5-inch spine, fabric covered. It's got 3 signatures, 120 pages altogether. I put jingle bells on the signature strings because, jingle bells, but they are long enough that you can fold them out like that when you put it on the shelf, or you can even remove them if you wanted to. So anyway, I put lace on the edge of the covers, front and back, and then you'll see some different fabrics throughout. Because I just kind of like, I don't know if you call it grungy. Let's just call it grungy, because I don't know what. It's not dirty grungy. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what the word is. I gotta find a word. So anyway, okay, I told you the page. It measures 6.5 by 8, 2.5-inch fabric covered spine. Okay, I think that covers it. Okay, so let's look. It had where it says this book belongs to, someone had written their name. So I just used this one pocket that's really made out of envelope, and it kind of covers it up, but if you want to see it, it's still there. And then there's a little note from the person that gave it to him. So anyway, just this, it's kind of a metallic gold, and you just fold up the bottom of the envelope. Bag, envelope, whatever this thing is. It's an envelope. And then it makes a pocket here and a pocket there. So anyway, not starting out well. I have a little tag, put in there, and a bigger one to put behind, and then a couple other little things just to put in the pocket. This is a plain card. I put a label on the front, and then it's got writing space on the back. Okay. The let's see. I'm going to fix that because it's torn there. So I'm going to put some washi tape on. I just now noticed it. These pages and this cover was a little bit more worn than the last book I made. And you can see a little bit of wear on it, but it's still fun. And the pages were like a little bit more, a lot more worn. So I put washi tape on the spines to reinforce them. And then I get little tears like that. So I will put a piece of washi tape on both sides. So I'm going to mark that with that. Okay. Scrapbook paper, and this was a envelope I got from a digital kit by Carolyn's Musings on Etsy. Okay, and inside here I just put basically that. It was just wrapping paper, that striped wrapping paper with just a focal point and a label. And I got these last year, and I don't remember who. I know some of them were from Antique Papery, but I'm not sure that one was. But I'll say the names of the digital people if I remember it. Okay, this is scrapbook paper, and I have one of those wax things that you can make this seal. And so I made that as the closure. Oh, my head's hitting the camera. You fold it out, and I've got a pocket here with just a little card that says Merry Christmas. You can put more stuff in there, obviously. I did a little stenciling, and then here I made a little notepad, and I just glued it to the thing because I wanted you to be able to see the writing on here, because it says, with God, all things are possible, Matthew 19:26. So just wanted that you'd be able to read that. And then when I glued this on, I glued it as a belly band. Something would even come out this end if it was longer, but I don't have a tag that long. So anyway, I had this tag. It's also from Carolyn's Musings, and I just put it there. That's a seam binding for the closure. I have an envelope, put in the signature, and this side of it, I did some collage work on it. And then inside here, another plain card with another label type thing, and then writing space on the inside. So it makes a little journaling card out of a plain card, just out of a plain card. So it doesn't have anything fun on the back of it. So, and the cluster is just this piece of a napkin, and then I put a real Christmas stamp of a wreath on there. Coffee dyed paper, and then I have some old music paper that I've folded up the bottom to make a pocket, and it's kind of cracky. It kind of cracked a little when I folded it up. So I reinforced the spine on this with some coffee dyed paper, and then here where I folded it up, normally you wouldn't glue where you have the fold, but I went ahead and ran some glue inside there. So even if it does start cracking, it should hold because it's glued. If that makes any sense, hopefully. This is cut from scrapbook pad, collage boards, and I put a to from tag on it. Oh, I forgot to back it. Okay, I will back that. I think I might round the corners and sew around it too, so I'll do a little bit more work on that. This is a book page, and then this is a piece of scrapbooking paper. I just put this, I had this notepad that says a sweater. It says ho, ho, ho on it. So it gives you room to write. So I just glued that on there. Got some ribbon here. This is from a CD and included all the words to the songs, the Christmas songs. And on this side, it had a picture of a guy. So I just put some scrapbook paper on there that you can write on. This is coffee dye paper with fabric ribbon on it. Book page, center of the signature. And we got the same papers going the second side. And I covered up the CD thing again. Some more ribbon on this page. This is I'm not sure where I got these pockets, but I think they're meant for, you put silverware in when you have, I don't know what the word is. You get your table ready for a meal. It's got a word, but I can't remember what it is. This is from, I think this also Caroline's Musings. Did I say that right? Yeah. I don't know. I got myself confused now. Anyway, I stamped in the middle of it. So it's a little booklet. Okay, book page. And the other side of the music, I did the same thing, gluing it down and hinging it, and put a little cluster here. And there's a ticket that came from that same Etsy shop, Caroline's Musings. That's from the scrapbook pad. And then I made these. I was trying to get rid of all this lined paper, so I just made a bunch of tablets. And I decorated this with a lace and a little bow there. And that bow will make this writing bumpy, so you just take that out when you go to write on this paper. Here's the other side of the envelope, and I folded it the way I did because I didn't want to fold the cardinal in half. So I collaged here with music and a little journaling card piece, focal point, whatever you want to call that. Inside here, I put one of these, I call them homemade file folders. It's just from a notepad, that you can get. They're smaller, and I just cut it out to be a file folder and decorate it here with a little bit of collage work. And now it becomes a little journaling piece. This is a fabric cluster. And here we have a pocket made out of a business envelope that had the window. And I just did collage different things around there. Most of it's napkins and then a little bit of scrap paper, tissue paper. Journaling card with scraps of fabric for the tassel. And then the book page. And here's a little fabric tab. Second signature does not have book pages in it. So it's mainly scrapbook paper and odds and ends paper. On this piece of scrapbook paper, I put some of this border stuff. It's sticky little bead things. Just comes off in a strip. Okay, I put an envelope in as a pocket. And in the pocket, I had these little stickers. So I just included those so whoever gets the journal can decorate. And then this was a postcard. I think it came from, I saw it printed on something. I think it came from New York Public Library, public domain images. I have decorated the envelope here with stenciling and collage. And these little pieces came from Jessica at Paper Terrace. And I have somewhere that little bead stuff and then some book page. Okay, we have another, no, this is a French fry bag. What's in, oh, it's on an envelope. You can't really see that because I have it covered up on this side with some music. I think you can still write on that, or you can definitely put a picture on it. This side, I covered it up with this French fry bag that's got the snowman is from a napkin, piece of scrapbook paper here. And then I found these in my stash I was looking for. I bought some Christmas cards and the envelopes were really bad. So I went through my stash of envelopes and found some better envelopes for my Christmas cards that I mailed out. And then I found these in there. And this is like a real shimmery like material. And it has a card that's the same sort of stuff. And it's a note card that opens up. It's all blank. So I got these die cuts at thrift store and was digging through, and I found that one. I thought that's just a little something to decorate the inside, and it keeps it flat, so you don't have to worry about it being too bulky going in here because it's pretty tight squeeze. So on the front, I did the same thing. This was a die cut there, and then those two things were too. So anyway, I put that in my French fry bag. Over here is a little, I don't know what you would call it. It's like I'm not sure. It's got an image, a piece on earth and an angel. Put it up where you can see it. And then the tassels come out of it, the eyelets. And this was from that lady. I bought a bunch of ephemera from her, and I still cannot find the little piece of paper that says her name. One of these days I will, and it will be in the description box. This is some gold I don't know what you call it. You detail stuff that you would put on a truck or a car on the side, and you can buy it in a roll. And my husband had it, so when I was cleaning out his desk, I grabbed that. So here's a bag that I got from that same lady that I can't remember her name. Oh, I was gonna look it up on my phone. Yeah, my phone. I'm using it to record. After this video, I'm going to look it up, see who I bought it from, and I'll have just a one little 10-second thing at the end telling who this lady is. Anyway, so the bag, and she cut out the little divot on both sides. You'll see the other side in a minute. I decorated it with some music, and then this image is from Carolyn's Musings on Etsy. I bought 7 digital kits from her, so I have several things from her. This is a little to from, I guess you would call it that. From thing, little booklet, and it's made for you to put pictures in. So this is just the one it came with. So I just leave that in there so whoever gets this knows that they can put their own picture in there. So there's plenty of room for that. It's kind of a little chunky, so we'll put it in there. Okay, scrapbook paper, fabric tab again. On this side, I took a puzzle piece and glue stick and a napkin, and I put it on there. And then it's real easy when it's wet to go in and just break off those pieces of napkin that are in these little creases. If you were to wait till it dried, then you had to go in there with scissors. So do it when it's wet. So anyway, it makes a cute little tuck. And then I have this from Carolyn's Musings with some more seam binding. And then this was from a bunch of Christmas cards I bought once. And then it's actually made for it. You see how you can put a gift card or something in it, or picture. I think they were meant to have pictures. So that's there. It doesn't really bother you, but you could slide a picture in there if you want. I found this in my stash of pages, and it's just from an old recipe book. And you actually have the full recipes on there. And this refrigerator rolls, I don't know if that's the same that my mother used to make or still makes. It might be, but I'm telling you what, that's a family favorite at our house. And she's cooking them, yay, for Christmas dinner this year. So anyway, okay, more scrapbook paper. It looks like an old sweater. And this is cut from, I don't know what it's cut from, but it's like not really chipboard, but it's thicker than paper. I don't know what it is. Anyway, cut it from something, made it into a pocket. And then let's talk about this. I saw this idea on something. I don't even know what it was. And I thought, oh, that would be so cool. It was definitely on the internet, so I printed out the instructions. And you do a little blanket stitch around, and then you do this little crochet thing around. And I thought that would make the coolest tags. And it does make it, I think it makes a pretty cool tag. You can write on both sides. I didn't do anything else to it because I just wanted, the crochet to be the star of the show. But it was tedious. Not because... what was it tedious? It was tedious because I did not like the crochet stitch around here. And it does make it decorative. I get it. But it was very tedious. So this is one of a kind. I don't know if I'll ever make any more. So anyway, there it is. It's a little fabric flip just to decorate the page. And then, of course, you can write all over that page. This page is covered with fabric. I don't know if you can tell that or not. So, it's you couldn't write on it, but you can definitely decorate it with pictures and things. I think this is an envelope, the end of an envelope, and I just covered it with scrapbook paper. And this is a cupcake liner. And then I have 2 tags from that Carolyn's Musings. Get in there. Okay. This is something I bought a long time ago. I think I bought it at Tuesday Mornings. It was a little packet, or not really. It's more like a tablet because you ripped them out of these. I don't know what you would call them, doily type things. And it's not sticky. You have to go in and glue all around those little things. You had to punch out all those little holes. But I don't know. I just had it in my stash, and I'm gluing it on there just for decoration. All right, center the signature, scrapbook paper. This is a little pocket I got from that lady whose name I can't remember. And she has a little decorated booklet here. And the envelope is decorated by sliding this in and just leaving this out to decorate. So anyway, put that on there. There's that fabric paper again. This is a pocket made out of just I think it's 6x6 paper you fold in half, and it holds a skinny tag from Carolyn's Musings. Got another little fabric tab. There's the other side of our recipe, and It had a fruit punch thing. It sounds pretty good. You have to like cranberry juice, though, and I love cranberry juice, so I'm going to snap a picture of that before I give this away, before I get rid of this journal. Okay, pocket, book page with tissue paper on it, a to from tag, and a sparkly sticker of a snowflake. Inside of it is an old guest check. I put collage on it and another to from tag, and that's something I cut out of a book. And you know it's an old one. It's got the picture of the flowers on there. So the writing space is just around it. But anyway, it's vintage, I'm assuming, so I'm putting it in there. This is something, I'm not sure. I think she made this or I made this. I think she did. And it's just like an index card. I don't know, though. It might have been me. With pieces of border. Probably sticky border on there. And I put this cut from a scrapbook packet, and this, I was making this dessert, no, candy that uses this chocolate baking bar, and I thought that would be kind of cute just to put in for a journaling card. And then when I cut it out with my cutter back here, my guillotine, and then I turned it over and looked at it, and it's got 2 recipes on there, and the full recipes are on there. So I thought that's definitely something I'm just going to tuck in there. Here's a little paperclip banner just for decoration. Here's the other side of that bag we talked about. She took a divot out on this side. Inside I put these things from the scrapbook pad that I got some of the pages from. And then I just did a little collage. This is some candy, like pinafores. I think that, I don't know if I pronounced that right or not. Anyway, Oklahoma pronunciation, I guess. I got that from something, and there's a real stamp. And it's got Santa coming down the chimney. It's kind of hard to see. And then some book page. This was a label. I just had it in the stash. It says celebrate, live, laugh, love, delight, joy. So I stuck that there. Here's that CD insert that we put scrapbook paper on the other side. And now we have the songs here. A ruffle made out of some ticking. That's the second signature. Third signature, got a little bit more ruffle from the ticking. And then we got scrapbook paper. On this side, I put a pocket. It's the same thing we saw a little bit of it earlier. Book page with that tissue on there. And then a ruffle, a fabric ruffle that I did by hand. And then that's a tag. That's a Caroline's Musings. And it's on copy dyed lined paper, backed onto it. And then we have something else from the scrapbook kit. Or not kit. You know, the scrap paper pad. There we go. This was one of those die cuts I had, and another envelope. And inside this one, it was a collaged background, and I found that picture of that truck. And in some of the stuff I've gotten from a thrift store, it had these fabric ribbons, so I just put that on there too. It keeps it kind of flat for these envelopes. This is scrapbook paper. I wove a pocket with some of the end things you cut off of scrapbook paper, and just wove it, made a pocket. And this is a postcard type thing that's cut from that same paper pad. And to me, it's perfect for putting a photograph on the back. Book page, we have a Christmas card. It's very pretty. Some onion paper. We have that some more of that music paper that was pretty old, and I turned it up and I glued it. I had this cut out of Santa I put on there. And then this was something I got. It's Rusty Pickle. I found it at a thrift store. There was 3 of them in a pack. I added the paper inside so you can have some writing space. I should have put some on the back, but you guys can put a picture or something on the back. And then there's a label here, and then a little cutout of maybe a sticker of a package. So I think I cut that out, though. It's copy dyed paper, book page with a little fabric, what do you call that, tab on it. Okay, book page, tissue on book pocket with tissue on a book page, cupcake liner, some doily, and some washi. And inside of it is a larger index card with a cluster stapled onto it, and then a game card from A Christmas Story. So, not sure what the game is about, but all right, we got that paper again, the music paper. I put a little to from sticker on the front. Here's what I was talking about earlier about the playing cards don't have. The other ones were blank, so we put something on there. This one is from some Jack Mercer guy, but it's got a Christmas tree and 2 deer jumping. So I just left it just as a plain card. Here's another postcard. You could put a photograph on the back. This is some green bias tape. Is bias tape the one that folds over? I'm not sure, but it's got the fold. So over the fold, I had this old ribbon. I glued it on there. So it just makes a nice paper decoration. And this pocket is made out of wrapping paper. I glued it onto some stiffer paper, stitched around it. And inside of it is this little Christmas booklet. I don't know where I got it from. Maybe from that lady, very possibly. And I just put that in there. Maybe I did. There we go. And then this is a 2 from Tech. I love getting these. Because, I mean, look. Perfect. You don't have to do anything to that. It just goes in that pocket. Okay, here's another piece from that game, A Christmas Story. And I glued it on as a tuck. And inside of it, I have this plain card, writing space. The plain back, I decorated with some lace and like a seal, Christmas seal. And this is cut from the scrapbook pad. I added a little snowflake to it. Okay, this is also from that lady, and it is tissue paper that she has ruffled up with some rickrack on there and zigzagged it on, and it's just so cute as can be. Other side of the envelope, inside of it is a journaling card. May your Christmas be happy. And I'm not sure where I got that from. I know I printed it because it's on old photo paper, because on the back it said Kodak, so I covered it up. So, yeah, the older things that I printed out last year, I don't remember where I got them. Okay, another pocket made out of book page with tissue on it. This time there's like 2 different ones. And we have this little gingerbread man. He's almost like a button, but he doesn't have holes. So I just glued him down. This is from Carolyn's Musings. So is this little journaling card. And one of these kits, I don't remember. This was one of the freebies. It had these file folders. Well, were like that. So I glued 2 of them back to back on some coffee paper, and it made a file folder that folds instead of just a single sheet of it. Okay, book page. There's the song. Okay, now here is definitely one of those things that lady made. And it's got the Christmas trees made out of corrugated cardboard. And that's probably, no, she just glued that on. And just fabric here and just different fun stuff. And then I have these pretty thick bingo cards that I decorated with flat stuff. And then this can be used as a writing board. So if your page you're going to write on is too bumpy, then you put that behind it and it gives you a flat surface. So anyway, I include that at the back. All right. How long did this take to go through it? I'm not sure. But at least we didn't get interrupted by a message or a phone call. So anyway, this will be for sale on my Etsy. And I really appreciate you guys watching this video and supporting my shop and my channel. Thank you. Bye. Merry Christmas. Okay, everyone, this is the 1-minute add-on I was talking about. I looked up the name of the lady I bought the ephemera from, and her name's Lori. Her Etsy shop is STL Finds by Lori. And so you might go check it out and see what else she has. A couple of things. I didn't have the closure on this book yet, so I did a post and hair tie closure, and I went ahead and added an extra one because this book is already at pretty much full, and then if you decide to add pictures and stuff, it's going to get more and more full. So this way you can have it be at least that full. So anyway, you don't have to use the first one yet, but I just included it because the colors would match. Okay, so I added that, and then on this page that was torn, I added some washi tape, and I didn't put it on the other side because I didn't want to cover up Jingle Bells, but I think it's going to be just fine. Also, I finished that one journaling card. If I can find it now, here it is. I rounded the corners and I stitched around it like I said it was going to. So anyway, I think that's it. So anyway, the book's going to be for sale on my Etsy shop. So thanks for watching my video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.